Man says Bankai. Okay guys, how you doing? We are back here again with part 3 of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War Core 2 episode 3 review. So, we're back again. I've been enjoying this so much. I want to say thank you everyone for the support on this. Literally enjoying it so much. It's quite interesting to see the views I have as an anime only compared to your views, like people who know more. So I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying the aspect of trying to break this down and seeing what you guys say. Now obviously it's good that there's not been no spoilers. Please can we keep that up? But yeah, look, we are here today. Another episode 3. Probably one of the most exciting episodes in my opinion for certain reasons which we'll get into. So I do hope you guys enjoy. If you want to see more of this, make sure you hit the like button, comment and subscribe, turn on those notifications, get in the comments. But yeah, let's get into this review. Okay, so I think to start off with, how I'm going to start this one is, to be honest, looking at episode 2 and the way episode 3 started, like the ending of 2 and episode 3, you could definitely say that the Sternritters had the upper hand. They definitely had the upper hand with the numbers. I think in terms of power, they were more powerful than the Soul Reapers. For example, seeing Hinamori getting pushed back, Hitsugaya being pushed back. So there were elements that showed that right now the Sternritters were really on top of us, making it quite difficult for us to, you know, save the Serengeti. Like it literally, they were just overwhelming us. I think that's the word I'm looking for, overwhelming us. So I think off rip we were literally already set as we were losing, and as I said, Mayuri needed to get us to a point where we were either level or we were one up. But right now, as the episode starts, we're on the losing. Well, I guess I could say we're on the losing side. We don't have the upper hand right now. Alright, so moving on from that, I'm going to get into a point that I previously mentioned about Masamoto, right? Now, I know I said, like, obviously it's part of Masamoto's character not to really be serious all the time and not serious in battle, right? But, as I said, it wasn't really the time to not be serious. You know, she was calling Toshiro Q, like the fact that he was relying on her. And I did say to you guys, we all knew what happened. Now, let's not lie. Kang Du comes through in episode 3. He obviously drops, which is obviously cut off from episode 2. He drops and literally drops Masamoto on the floor. And I was just like, oh, Masamoto, this is why I told you you need to be serious. This is why I told you need to be serious, because these people are not here to play. If you see the way Kang Du just dropped her and her body just bounced along the floor, like, it was just like, damn, like, this is why you just, you know, he takes her out of the rope, drops on the floor. She does like 3 or 4 barrel rolls. She ain't even moving. She ain't even saying nothing, just leaving Toshiro to see her. And he's just like, damn, Masamoto. So I'm not going to lie, briefly, right, just continuing on from this, Kang Du was about to do both of them extremely dirty. He did Masamoto dirty for one, but then he was about to do Hitsugaya dirty, and I mean, god damn. He says, you know, I believe that those who live together should die together. I'm like, whoa, my boy, what are you on? Like, what are you on? You know, and then he, like, obviously they've been absorbing Bankai. He gets the thing out, right? And he's like, you know, he activates the Bankai, right? And he says, it's a beautiful Bankai, you know, and it's just like, god damn, like, in fairness, the Bankai does look good on dude. Why does it look good on it? So that was a very good, like, good scene, I think, seeing Kang Du, learning a bit more about him. I know people said in, like, the Discord and certain comments are like, he kind of him, like, people were excited to see him. I can kind of see why. The character's called aka Wolverine. So moving on, we go to seeing Mayuri, right? And Mary, obviously, again, at the end of the second episode, you know, he's getting like an intercom, kind of like a call from Urahara. And Urahara says, you know, like, I found a way, you know, to get everyone the Bankai back. Like, I've completed the method to reclaim the Bankai. So, you know, it's... when Urahara gets in his bag, it's a very dangerous time, I can't even lie. And I mean, this is just why Urahara a GOAT, man. This is just why he a GOAT. I mean, Urahara, like, done his job, done his research, found a way to reclaim the Bankai. Like, the reason why he stayed instead of joining the battle to go deeper, to help them get, as I said, they need to be here. So Urahara is literally helping them get there. With this, potentially, they could get there. So, yeah, Urahara, go, honestly. And this is what I mean about him, like, Urahara getting them up here. So, Urahara says, and I'm going to read the notes from my computer, because I have it. You obviously can't see it, but I'm going to read the notes. So this is exactly what he says. And I like to be precise with this because I don't want to mess anything up, right? He says, I discovered a weakness in the means that Quincy's used to steal the Bankais. We can use that to prevent them from stealing our Bankais. Furthermore, we can use it to reclaim everyone's stolen Bankais. And I'm looking at dude thinking, how in this short amount of time have you come up with that and came up with a way that we can actually reclaim the Bankais? Because they haven't given us a long turnaround time. So that in itself, Urahara just goated. Honestly, just goated. And because of this, I know Mayuri pressed, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not the fact that he, gave his 2-piece. It's the fact that one of Mayuri's people in the research and development literally says, wow, Kisuke Urahara is amazing. He's like, that man's a genius, there's no doubt about it. And I'm thinking, you really gonna say that with Mayuri right there? So I mean, look, Mayuri wants to be petty, which I understand. He literally goes like, you've implanted something on me, which is a serious crime. Obviously, he coming away from the fact that I'm telling you, we can reclaim the Bankai, we can get up here with them. He's just like, nah, this is a serious crime, and he's basically like, look, I'm gonna hang up on you right now. Yeah. Mayuri's so petty. But then the funny thing is, as he hangs up, Urahara comes and opens the door. Donnie was already there. He just playing with Mayuri right now. Oh my gosh. This episode was insanely funny, I can't lie. And that's what I mean. The thing with Mayuri and Urahara, so it's strange because Kisuke came there obviously for the better good. For the better good of the Soul Society. And he's like, Mary, I want to ask for your cooperation. He was like, well, there's nothing I can help you with. Still being petty. I think it's the fact that they were both, they're both the captains for the research and development. There's still comments of him being a genius, him kind of coming through whenever he wants, Urahara doing what he wants, when really Mayuri that guy. So I think like that's where it kind of stems from. However, I think when these two work together, you literally see the brilliance of both of them. And if we could both have them in Soul Society, oh my god. But let's go into the brilliance of like the way they work together and how they turn the tables for us in this episode. So luckily, Mayuri agrees to help Urahara, and I think this is where it just gets super duper interesting. It gets super duper interesting. And they start like hypothesizing. Sorry, right? And like, so basically, I'm gonna read from my notes right now, but this is basically what happens, right? So, Urahara brings out some black kind of seed things, right? And he goes, with these, we can completely prevent our Bankai from being stolen. He said, I decided to remain in Hukamondo after hearing the report that the captain's Bankai were getting stolen. That's because I saw with my own eyes the clue to preventing Bankai from being stolen while I was there. The turning point was the battle with I'm going to say Quillig because, I don't know how to pronounce his full name. I'm sorry, but yeah, continuing on, right? Quilgopi, right? He says, after he had consumed the hollow, his appearance crumbled at the moment he absorbed that hollow. I realized that he wasn't able to completely control his powers, as I'm sure you know, Captain Mayuri, right? With Arrancar's resurrection, the power of the soul is shaped in a sword and released to obtain greater powers. And this is, I mean, they're about to go crazy, so I'm going to be reading from the screen a lot, right? I literally wrote down the whole monologue, the whole conversation they were having, right? Because there's just so much importance in it. It goes on to say, you could say that this skill is nearly identical to a Bankai. If the Bankai of the captains can be stolen, then the same should apply to the resurrection of the Arrancars. However, not a single Arrancar had the resurrection stolen. Interesting, right? And it's not because the Quincy's weren't interested in them, because they've captured many of them and turned them into soldiers. Yet they have not stolen their resurrection. There can only be two reasons for this. And this is where, so Mayuri butts in, and it's like, they're like a couple finishing each other's sentences, and I love it so much. I've loved seeing Mayuri. I know it's only been 2 episodes, but I love seeing Urahara too. I just think the way these two bounce off of each other, the intelligence that they have between them is just amazing, right? So Mayuri steps in and says, either resurrection can't be stolen, or stealing them would be a disadvantage to them. Right? And this is when Urahara grins. So, based on your hollow research, you cannot find a reason why Bankai can be stolen but resurrection cannot, right? In that case, it is logical to think it's disadvantageous. Mayuri starting to go crazy. Urahara and them two just both going at it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, honestly, the way they just, in a matter of minutes, just literally come up with the kind of weakness of what they're doing was insane. It was absolutely insane. As I said, if Mayuri, Urahara could work together, it would be crazy. I think the ability they have together, like the way they just put 2 and 2 together, the two geniuses, like it's just amazing. And to be honest, they're both trying to, well, I don't know if they're both trying to one-up each other. I'd say maybe it's more Mayuri side, but maybe Urahara's doing it like sneakily. You know, he doesn't have the emotion behind it, but I think like he gets a kick out of it. I think they both do. So again, so great of them. So great of them. So once they get the locations, they send the black seeds over to the captains because they've located them, right? And Urahara, you know, makes an announcement and basically says, you know, I'm sending this to you. You know, I've sent this black pill to all of you alongside with this message, right? And I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm going to try Shin-Eyaku, I guess, which is the black seed, only reacts to those who possess Bankais, right? So basically, he tells them, go ahead and touch it. The pill will be absorbed from the touch point and will, like, you know, go into your soul, right? Now, they calmly hypothesize, and again, genius. I'm going back to the notes. Mayuri comes up with an interesting point about what he doesn't understand. And I like that dynamic as well is just amazing. Like, the fact that, like, they can both go to each other knowing that they're so smart and be like, look, I don't understand this, but potentially you will. And I feel like Mayuri doesn't have that. So I think he enjoys it, but I also think obviously there's still a bit of like, I don't know the feelings he has for Urahara, but obviously it feels like they're in competition. He says, there's something I never understood and that bothered me about the Quincy's. I was thinking that perhaps the hostility against the Hollows is not based on resentment, as legend says. Hostility stems from a difference in ideology. It's possible to continue hating those who do not have a will or ideology, and there's only one reason that they could hold such lasting hostility. It's a fundamental fear of that which endangers your life. I mean, he just spitting right now. Urahara comes in precisely. Quincy's are, like, honestly, like, just relaying this to you is getting me excited. He says Quincy's are a breed that has no antibody against Hollows. The very existence of Hollows is poisonous to Quincy's. Look at the way these two are just putting it together. So, you know, saying that holification will decay their souls and it will lead to death. That's why Quincy's must exterminate hollows. And I mean, look at the way they just come up with that. They made it simple for me to understand, simple for the viewer to understand. So, yeah. So basically, they all start like using their bankais and, you know, it's holifying them. And, you know, obviously, with what's been said to us, now the bankais that the Stone Ritters are using are becoming poisonous to them, as seen from Kang Du. Literally, his body's like rejecting Hitsugaya's Bankai. It's just like the genius of these two to turn the tables, which is what I think this is what, again, Askin and Urahara was talking about. Crazy stuff. The tables were turning rapidly right now. The tables were turning rapidly. You had, you know, Soifon, who did bits in the last episode, and then BG9 turned the tables, right? But with this seed, we've been able to turn the tables again. Now, Amida comes and takes Soifon before BG9 can do everything he was trying to do, right? Amida gives her the black seed, and the holification starts to go through her body, right? And this is what I mean by the tables turning, because I mean, Jesus Christ. Soifon wakes up. She's looking a little bit battered and bruised, right? She's had a tough fight so far. She says, Bankai. Jakoho Raikubin. Oof. It's looking clean, and she lets it go. Boom. Literally, I've never seen like her, like animation for her just looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my god, there was literally a massive bullet in the air, the animation of the flames, everything. It just looked amazing. It looked so good. And then obviously, moving on, obviously Hitsugaya's Bankai was taken to. We're getting a him moment from Hitsugaya now. Hitsugaya's giving us a him moment, because Kang Du's attacking him, and Hitsugaya isn't trying to dodge any of the licks. He's not trying to dodge any of the licks. He literally just standing there letting the ice defend him. He's not looking bothered. He ain't even looking at Kang Du. And it's just like, oh, it's a him moment. As soon as he gets his Bankai, that confidence is back. It's restored. Like, oh. Now, to be fair, I can see why he was like that, because Hollow Hitsugaya, holified Bankai Hitsugaya looks cold. I can't lie. It looked cold. Like, boy was going nuts. Like, it was on his face. It was like half mask, but and then it looked so good as well. And there'll be a shot for, I'll put there so you guys can see just how good it was. Jesus, it looked good. It looked good. From that point, I can't lie, Hitsugaya was in his bag. Like, oh my god, he was in his bag. Kang Du was trying to do whatever. Hitsugaya started to actually make... Now, I don't even know if Kang Du was strong, but he made him look very weak. Hitsugaya just points the Zanpakuto at him and just freezes him like it's nothing. Honestly, like, it was so effortless as soon as he got that Bankai back. It literally showing that with the Bankais, the confidence these Soul Reapers can have goes up massively. So I'm not gonna lie, we're coming up to one of my favorite moments in this episode, and I've been waiting and excited to talk about this. So I believe this wasn't in the manga. Well, I think you guys will have to let me know. I believe this wasn't in the manga, but they put it in the anime, and I mean, boy, did they do their thing with this. I'm not gonna lie, the way the OST started, right? When OSTs are coming like this, guys, when there's smoke coming out of my headphones or earphones, whatever you want to call them, I should have known it would have been what it was. I should have known how turn up it was gonna be. Oh my god, what they did. I don't think, like, anime onlys, we're eating so good. I mean, you guys who are manga, like, you're eating good too, because I guess you didn't know this was coming. If this was like not in the manga, because this went dumb. Big Boy himself, and this is one of my favorite captains. Shinji literally starts going off. Now, there's no teammates around, so it means he can kind of get in his bag like this, right? And like he spits a bar, like honestly, he spits a bar. Your logic, this reality, I'm gonna flip it all upside down for you. And I'm like, what? What? Man says Bankai. Shaka. Oh, God. I was practicing this yesterday and I'm still about to get it wrong. Honestly, I'm still about to get it wrong. He goes, Shakashima Yokoshima Hapo Sagari. I think that's it. And I mean, goddamn. Shakashima Yokoshima Hapo Sagari. Ooh! Starts going dumb. Oh, I mean, damn. Next thing we see, right? All of these Stern Ritters, Wonder Rich with the arrows, literally just start killing each other. And I'm like, how are they? How are these guys killing each other? Like, oh my God, what a scene it was. Like, what a scene. Like, we just being graced with greatness, honestly. And I'm like, I can't even lie. I'm like, Shinji, relax, bro. You just, he made it look so effortless. Like the OST, everything that's just happening, amazing. Honestly, an amazing moment. One of the most amazing moments of this core too. Maybe of the, this whole 1,000-year blood war. Shinji just getting activating the Bankai, like using the Shikai, showing us what he can do. Oh, Shinji, man. Towards the end of the episode, we see Bambietta, right? Or Bambi, however you would like to call her. Now, she's walking with her girls, Candy, Lil, Many, and literally they all just kind of disappear. She's left on her own, and she literally throws a tantrum, gets hot, like literally just blasts all of her, I don't even know if it's Reshi or whatever it is, or her Quincy power, just blasts it all in the air, like she pressed. Now she's like, I'll show you guys what happens when you embarrass the leader. I did not know she was the leader. I don't even know if she really is, or she just assumes that she is. But Komamura drops down on her from the sky, and I love the way they are like together. Like, she calls him doggy. He's just like, I don't even have time to deal with you right now. It's just quite comical. It's just light. It's funny. I really like it. He's like, I would take Yuabaha's head for what he did to Master, Yamamoto Gentusai, right? Protects his buddy so they can get away. And then Shinji comes, and I mean, oh my God, Shinji, as if we didn't see enough of this guy just like 10 seconds ago. Buddy is on demon time. And you know what? I ain't even mad, bro. Be on demon time. Buddy is on demon time with how he's just there. And I mean, oh my God, he's like kind of squatting on the ledge, and he's swinging the Bankai, and I mean swinging the Bankai. He's swinging the Zanpakuto. My apologies. He's swinging it, and it looks so cold the way he's just like, this episode, I'm him. Like, this is my moment, and I ain't even mad at it. I ain't even mad. The only thing I'm mad at is his haircut. Like, what is that? Why did? I digress. I move on. Shinji is a cold character. That's what I got to say, right? And I get Shinji, him moment. He says, I got this. Get going. And then this is when he starts to get active. This is when the Shikai, I believe it's the Shikai. I might be wrong, but he starts using the Shikai. And he says, it's my Zanpakuto. Like, literally, he's reversing everything. Like, Bambi does not know what the hell is going on. Everything's twisting, turning. He's speaking in reverse. She's feeling dizzy. Like, he just literally starts playing with her. Honestly, starts playing with her. And it's such an amazing moment just to see him go off, because he hasn't really had that. He has not really had that. Now, Bambi's not exactly patient. Like, she starts charging in, and it's so funny. Again, like, literally, like, he starts doing it. Like, he starts going crazy again, right? And he starts speaking, but and then now he flips the screen. He flips it, and now he's talking like in reverse, literally saying, how are you feeling? Are you feeling a bit dizzy? Dizzy feeling like, I tried to speak. Try to speak in reverse. It ain't really like that. But yeah, so like that again was literally insane. Like what they did there, the animation to get him to speak in reverse. Now, obviously, Bambi is still a worthy opponent. I can't lie. She still kind of breaks up his attacks a little bit, but not to probably how she wanted to. So this is now like the end of the episode, right? And I've actually managed to make a shorter video. If you are still here, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. So we see Urahara literally just sitting on a throne, literally watching everything, right? He's literally just watching everything. Well, kind of not watching everything, but he's just sitting there. He's all chill. And he's standing there with Ishida Uchiha. And like randomly, and I mean randomly, I don't know where this comes from, right? He says, and like I don't understand, but let me go to the notes. He says, like, I think he says the time has come. And he says, rejoice, Stone Ritters. And all of a sudden, OST, church bells start going off. So what I've noticed is quite cool of them to do. When the church bells go off, transformation. Church bells, power up. Transformation. They look different, right? That's what happens. And we see all of these, I'm going to say sigils. I don't know if that's right. But we see, or maybe it's the letters going up in the end. You see this fire-ass light animation. And then, like, Bambietta pronounces herself as Quincy Strovondish or whatever she pronounces as. I can't remember what it was. I did well to even remember that. And then she goes, I haven't been able to use this. The Bankai was in the way. She goes, I'm grateful for allowing me to use this power. You shall regret regaining your Bankai Soul Reapers. And then, obviously, all of the other Stone Ritters lights and symbols start going up in the air. And I'm thinking, oh, Lord, like, what are we going to get here? Like, what are we going to get here? Like, even like Kang Du, who was defeated, his go off. And then you see it quickly cuts to Bambi in this form that's just crazy. And then Urahara says, the true despair begins here. And the episode ends. Now, again, an amazing episode. I can't lie to you. I just think the ability it's kind of crazy because again, it feels like we're one step behind. It's like Urahara knew that we would do this and then had a backup plan for this, which kind of just negates the brilliance of Urahara and Mayuri in this. But them two are utterly incredible with what they did. And I think the whole episode was good. Shinji's Bankai was a madness. So yeah, that is episode 3 review. I do hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notifications. Get in the comments. Make sure you tell me if you want to see more. Yeah, come to the Discord if you want to talk about these as well without any spoilers, because I'm always in Discord chatting. But yeah, guys, until next time, take care. Peace.